Hey everyone, how's it going? This is me, Herrera, and today we're gonna do another game. Let's do side. Wait. Oh, okay, I know what to do. Those people. Those people. Sorry. And then actually, this one. We're gonna redo. Fudge. Whatever. We'll just. No. This is the first time I'm gonna actually cancel one. Save and quit. Yes. So, I want to talk to you guys about something I really hate with a passion, with a effing passion, and these girls always do it to me, and I hate it so much. Casual. Those people. Those people. There we go. Actually, I don't want space. The exclamation. Or not the exclamation. Yeah, that's good. What's it called? The capitalization makes it separated, like my name, Terrace Pixels. But sure, something I want to talk to you guys about, something I really hate with a burning passion, and that's people who take advantage of you. So I want to go into some things. So I have this class. I don't want to specify, so I'll just say a science class. And I'm pretty good at science. I'm not like, oh my goodness, you're like the smartest person, you're gonna like cure cancer or something. But at least I know how to I took AP chemistry, so I know things. So I know how to how moles work, molar mass, how to separate stuff like that. Like I know how to do moles, and like I know how to do equations, how to balance out formulas, and reactant and product and all that stuff. Well, I'm good at that. And there's these two girls in my science class that really take advantage of that. And I know it. I'm not like those people where it's like, oh, they're just being friends. They're just being friendly. No, I know what you're doing. I know what they're doing, and they're not fooling anybody but themselves. That if they think that they're actually fooling me. Oh, I saw that to go into Australia. But these girls, they're always like they basically can't do anything unless I tell them to do something. So they can read. They can't do apparently they can't read it to themselves. Like all the other groups in their class, like they have a set goal. Like, okay, I get this, you get that, and you get that. They all separate, get their things, come back together, combine everything they need to. Like maybe one person gets the liquids, one person gets a solid, one person gets all the beakers and everything ready, or the test tubes or something. And it goes like that. But these girls are gonna be the end of it. They don't. Unless I tell them to do something, they would just stand there. And if I look back at them or something, one of the girls pick it up, and they're like, "Oh, what do you want us to do?" And I'm just like,
"If you read the packet,
you'll know. If you read the frickin' packet, maybe you'll know. It's all in the packet. You're supposed to read the packet before getting into the lab. And why? So why are you asking me? If you should have been reading the packet, you should have read the packet already. So." These girls, for the life of them, they can't apparently, because they're like friends, and I guess they just became friends in that class, or I don't know their past, but at least they're friends. Period. And these girls, I swear to God, they cannot be separated. And then the main girl, the most bossiest girl, she's sorry, I'm swallowing my spit. She's so rude. Our teacher is really nice, and she could be not snappy. She could tell you something, and it's not to offend. It's just yeah, why are you asking me if you're supposed to know this? You're supposed to read this, all these things. and this girl just snaps at her, and I'm just like, this is a rule for all, and everyone watching this, all the kids and all the people in college or something, or maybe even in the work sense. If someone is teaching you something, or you're depending on somebody else, you do not snap at them, because you never know, one day they could help you out. Maybe one day she's like, I need a reference, a math, science reference, and I'm just like, oh yeah, I have a science reference. My teacher, who can vouch for my always being on time, getting things done, working, like my ability to work, on time, and all these things. She could be a vouch for me, but no, these girls don't seem to understand that. And this girl, she said that she works at a lab, and I'm like, what lab are you working at? Because it's probably like the most rundown third world country lab I have ever heard, because you don't even know the simplest of things. Like, this girl was about to touch the glass under not a beaker, under a burner, and I'm like, you don't touch the glass, you don't know how hot it is, you could burn your hand. And she's like, oh right. And I'm like, what will I be working at? What lab are you working at? So I could go talk to them and be like, what are you guys doing? What are your practices? Because how is one of your employees not knowing all these basic things about chemistry and all this stuff? My class has to do with chemistry. So I'm like, oh my god, this girl is so effing dumb. And her partner, she's a little smarter, just because I feel like the outspoken girl is like coaxing her to do things like, oh yeah, we should say those bad things to her, or oh yeah, let's not even pay attention, because the other girl is pretty smart. She when I tell her to do something, she goes, she finishes, she asks for help, and we're good. But the other girl, like, she can't do things by herself, but when I tell her to do something, she's always like, oh okay. Like, she snaps at me. I'm like, are we partners or not? And I just don't know. I wish I never sat next to her, or she would have never sat next to me, because I was sitting down first at the table, and then that girl came in, and I'm just like, oh my god, I wish I could just go back in time and just be like, oh, sorry about that. I need to charge my phone. I wish I could just be like, no, don't be stupid. Sorry, my wire got caught on my I forgot what it's called. Where is my goddamn? Is this it? Is this the thing? Yes, it is. Okay, I found my charger. There we go. Sorry, that's my indication of charging. I almost didn't catch that. Oh my god. 2? Oh my god. Okay, there we go. But yeah, so it's just like, how are you in this class? How are you? All these things. And the other girl, I'm just like, come on, don't talk to her. You're smarter than that. And I don't know. But yeah, and I really, you know what I feel like? I feel like I'm in one of those movies where, like, there's a smart guy, and he, like, there's this really, really, really hot girl, but she's not hot. not to shame her, but she ain't the prettiest portrait at the museum. But nevertheless, it's just like, it's kind of like 101 pretty much. It's like she's asking me to be for her help, but I could tell that she's taking advantage of me, and I'm just like, I know you're taking advantage of me. And even though, and then, oh my god, so we were supposed to do, speaking of, we were doing this lab. Also, side note, there's actually this guy I'm watching. Ooh, pack battle sky for it. there's this guy who I watch. Speaking of, so I'm really getting into TCG online, as I told you last episode. And speaking of, actually, let me do this first. There we go. That's good enough. And there's this guy actually that he does pack openings, and his name is Quirky Kulava. I'll leave his video in the description, his channel in the description. He's really funny, or I like his reactions to whatever he pulls out. But yeah, check him out. But I just feel like that, like, oh my god, can you please stop? I know you're using me, and I know that if it wasn't for me, you'd probably be failing in this class. But come on. And it's just like I just hate people who take advantage of somebody else, and it's bad because she would have taken advantage of me, but it's like if I didn't know, then I probably wouldn't be protecting myself. Like what I do is like I'm always like, oh, like sorry, I forgot to get those. Like what I do is like oh I remember what I was gonna say. What she did, we were doing a lab and we were doing calligraphy, and we were like trying to see like what kind of colors are in the dye, and I was doing the experiment, and she just said, I'm gonna copy off somebody else's work, and I'm just like, oh, okay. So I kept the lab going because I'm like, well, I need it. So okay, so we're done with this one. 171 days to, so we're like, I was just like, I'll do it myself then because I don't want to copy. I'll just wait a few more minutes. Oh, we got one. Just doing that one too. Oh, that's weird. Let's look at that. But it's like, oh, it's fine. I'll like work on it myself, and I'll just stay here a few more. She threw away my lab, and then she threw away the vinegar, and I'm just like, I know you don't want to stay, and you want to leave, even though some days I hate her because some days she's like, oh, I need to leave, I have work, but then some days she's like, oh, I don't need to leave, it's not a rush, and I'm just like, what? Be consistent. Also, okay, so we get more from red balloons or bubbles, so that's good actually. I wonder how much more we get. I'll check later. But yeah, so, and just like don't take it for you guys. Just don't watch out for people you hang out with, because some people will really take advantage of you. Either your smarts, your money, your like your status, stuff like that. Especially your money. Watch out for your money. Like if you want to, if literally, okay, this is a real friend. If you're really rich, and you want to know if your friend's a real friend. If you're used to buying them things, stop buying them things. Period. And if they stop hanging out with you, or if they say, okay, you pay mine, just be like, oh, I forgot my or just be like, oh yeah, I guess I'll use my, or like something. Sorry about that, guys. I'll just let you go. I'll see you later. My trans in the description. We'll talk about this on Friday's episode because I want to even up the numbers. Right. Goodbye, guys.